Let's talk about Desmond Ridder in the Atlanta Falcons. This kid is set up to succeed with this team. He has weapons all over across the board, and let's talk about it. Desmond Ridder did not play much last season, but he finished out the season for the Atlanta Falcons. He started the last 4 games, and he did not throw his first touchdown pass until the last game of the season against Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but he had a lot of good moments with this team in those 4 games. He led a game-winning drive against Arizona Cardinals, and he took a screaming care of the football. Desmond Ridder looked more of a natural passer than Marcus Mariota did last year. Last year, the Atlanta Falcons struggled to pass the football. They had the 3rd best rushing attack, and I expect for them to have the same, or if not better results with them selecting Bijan Robinson in the first round. But Desmond Ridder has 708 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. 2 touchdowns against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, a lot of people will come out and say that he had the 2 touchdowns against the backup of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That wasn't the case. It was still some starters out there, and he looked very well. The more that he played, the better that he got on the field. And he had the running offense that his best weapon was Drake London. He didn't get to play with Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts got hurt early in the year last year, had a torn PCL, but he still wasn't having the best year. A lot of it came down to game planning and the way that Kyle Pitts was used. Arthur Smith, I love him as a play caller, and I think he's done a good job being a head coach with the Falcons, dealing with the circumstances that he has had to deal with. We saw them select Kyle Pitts a couple years ago in the first round. In his rookie season, he had over 1,000 yards receiving. They struggled to give him the football in the red zone area, but he was very good at catching the football and make breakaway plays. Use his kid similar to how he did his rookie season. I understand the offense was a bit different than what it was with Marcus Mariota. More traditional style with Matt Ryan. He can't move in the pocket. He was a big scarecrowish back there in the pocket. But you look at how they use Kyle Pitts. They put him on the outside. He was on the inside more as well. They put him in the slot. Do things like that. Last year when he was with Marcus Mariota before he tore his PCL, it wasn't any of that. It was just him being a straight hand in the field, hand in the dirt tight end. He wasn't a guy that was moved around much. Put him on the outside. He's a mismatch nightmare. He is too fast for linebackers. He's too big for corners. And he's too fast for most safeties in the NFL. Use his kid out in space, and he could be the best receiving target on this team. He has potential to be the best tight end in the league in the next couple of years. That's the potential that this kid has. And he was on his way, his rookie season, not putting him in the same conversation with guys like Travis Kelce or even George Kittle. But as a receiving option, he could be one of the best in the game. They just have to use him more and get him the football. He's a 6'6" target. You have to get this kid the ball and game plan around him. They also selected Drake London in last year's draft class in the first round. He's amazing as well, a good physical wide receiver. He struggles to separate at times, but as the season progressed and moved on, he got better. He had a very good rapport with Desmond Ridder as the season progressed. Were they force-feeding him the football? Sure, but he was the only valuable wide receiving option. Cordell Patterson struggled with injuries last year, and I expect for him to be kicked out to being more into that slot wide receiver role for the simple fact that you did select Bijan Robinson in the first round. You still have Tyler Algier on this team as well. I'm going to get to the running backs in just a second. But having Drake London is very good. I expect for him to have another big year coming up. He was a guy that developed into being a very good wide receiver. Needs to work on ball security. Did have some fumbles last season, but that was just coming with rookie pains and rookie mistakes. As the season got on, he got better with the ball security, but he needs to get better at separating certain routes. Him in and out his break, he got more fluid as the season progressed, and he finished the season with 866 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. Now, selecting Bijan Robinson in the first round, they could have used a pass rusher. Their defense was very bad last year. They did add Jesse Bates in free agency, tremendous safety. You also got Calais Campbell, a very good defensive end. He's still up there in age. He's not going to give you double-digit sacks, but he's still a good defensive end to have, especially against the run. Getting Bijan Robinson was not a major need, but he's going to be very good for this team. I don't hate the pick. I scratch my head at it. I believe he's going to be phenomenal. Over 1,000 yards rushing his rookie season. Easily. That's the hype I'm putting behind this kid. Was the best running back in the draft class and is a generational talent at the running back position. Him and Tyler Algier should split carries, but give Bijan Robinson majority of the load. Bijan Robinson catch the football at the backfield. He has breakaway ability, and Tyler Algier can also be a guy that can come in for when he needs a rest and can still give defenses hell. They're going to run the football a lot. Last season, he had the third best rushing attack. That was with Tyler Algier breaking over 1,000, and also with Cordell Patterson when he was able to stay in the game before he got injured. The 1-2 punch in that backfield is going to be scary in that division. And they can work off of play action and get these guys in space and get these weapons like Kyle Pitts and Drake London and Cordell Patterson to one-on-one situations. Desmond Ridder just has to get the ball there and take care of the football. We saw him take care of the football the last 4 games of the season. Just continue to do that, run the football, control the line of scrimmage, and let the defense work their way out. But in order for this team to succeed, Desmond Ridder is going to have to be a serviceable starting quarterback in the NFL. Not saying that his first year starting, he will be a franchise quarterback, because usually these things take time. Last year, he didn't get first team reps. It was Marcus Mariota. This year coming up, they believe he's the guy. He's going to get the first team reps with guys like Kyle Pitts, with Drake London, and the entire crew. Also with Cordell Patterson. Cordell Patterson is also another weapon that's going to be using this team still in the role that he was in years prior. You can still give him the football in the running back situations. You can still put him in the slot. He could be a kick and punt returner for you as well. It's just the injuries have built up because he has that mileage on his body as being a running back. He isn't the best number 2 wide receiver in the league. I believe that he could be a good option. And this offense, he should be the 3rd option at the wide receiver position. For the simple fact, you have Kyle Pitts that should be number 1. Drake London is your number 2. And you have Cordell Patterson in there. Far as wide receiver in just that position alone, he would be the 2nd wide receiver on the team. You still have Scotty Miller that you added in free agency. He isn't an amazing wide receiver, but he can burn some guys deep and he can get some things going for you as well. It's just when you press on Scotty Miller, that's when things get bad. But if you can't put your hands on him, he can burn you deep and he can take those safeties out of the equation. And guys like Cordell Patterson and Kyle Pitts and also Drake London can eat up those underneath yards and take a 5 to 10 yard play and go and take it for a touchdown. And we've seen these wide receivers do before in this team. But Desmond Ridder has to be a better passer than Marcus Mariota. Not going to be hard to do considering how bad this team was at passing the football last season. But Arthur Smith has to put him in the right situations, have the offensive line protect for him, and just give him the full workload. It seemed like they babied him last year, which was understandable because it was the last 4 games of the season. He struggled against New Orleans Saints, but that's a top defense in the NFL. And as the season progressed and the last couple games progressed, he got better and more comfortable being in the NFL. I believe that he could be a good quarterback for this team. And if he is not the right quarterback for this team at the halfway point in the season, and the Falcons feel like that they need to turn a page, Taylor Heinicke is with this team. Taylor Heinicke is not a top quarterback in the NFL. He's a good backup to have, and he can win you some football games. But give Desmond Ridder some time and be patient with Desmond Ridder. Let me know in the comment section below. How do you feel about Desmond Ridder? Can he be a starting quarterback in the NFL, and will he be successful with this Atlanta Falcons team? This is a team that already gives every team in this division a lot of problems. And they were doing that with Marcus Mariota at the quarterback position. They just need Desmond Ridder to just be a better passer and go through his progressions. So let me know in the comment section how you feel about the Falcons. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for the video, guys. Peace.